Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Bloomfield, not California. Bloomfield, Canada. That is right. That is the map we are on. Bergness, Rabbit Rob, they are both last because you know what? First place is the worst of all losers. Second place is the best loser of all because, well, they were the first loser. How is everybody doing tonight? We have an interesting poll question. We are asking the fact that you can build boats and roller coasters on Silver Run Forest with the Platinum expansion. Does that have you excited? Or are you like, yeah, okay, whatever. Boring. Vote. Let your voice be heard. Semper Buffo, welcome. Dustin, welcome. How are you doing, sir? It is August 2nd. We are spraying some weeds on our oat field that we replanted oats on. We're going to see if we can't get 2 harvest oats off this field. And we also have some sorghum to pull off. And you know what? If we manage to make our way into September, I think we might just have some potatoes to harvest. And you know what? Amazing timing, because the Grimmy Potato Pack is back. And that is exactly what we're going to be using to harvest potatoes here on Bloomfield, Canada. GoldenEye, welcome. Welcome. So far, 80% of you think you are excited to build a roller coaster and boats on the Silver Run Forest. Remember to keep an eye out for Streamlabs bot. They'll be posting a link to where you can win a copy of Pumps and Hoses next Tuesday, the 30th. Farmer G, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're also using a brand new harvester, 2022 model. In fact, just off the factory floor, delivered to Bloomfield just yesterday, the 1st of August. We're going to be using that today to harvest our sorghum. We're going to be using it to harvest our corn, our soybeans, and once again, eventually, our oats. All this year. Captain Kiwi, welcome. Oh, Burgess was the very first entry. You know what they say? Does that reduce your risk of winning? Your chances of winning by being the first person to enter? Would you rather be kind of like middle of the entries? Like if you're first to enter or last to enter, is that like the doom of entries? Oh, I think Gleam.io would probably tell you, you've already entered this contest. You cannot enter again. Eddie wants to be the winning entry. I think that is probably the best goal. Neo the 7th. Neo the 7th. Well, we're just going to have to wait about 6 minutes until we get into the real deal show. Right now we're in the pre-show. They'll be showing off the brand new 2022 model. Oh, Captain Kiwi, I'm going to be playing some Age of Empires. It just might not be on the screen. Got a map video to record tonight after the live stream. I've got 2 mod reviews I want to record tomorrow, and then I'm going to be hitting Age of Empires. Semper Buffo. Well, that's great because we're giving away 5 copies between now and release on September 27th. So 5 chances to win. 1 drawing weekly. It is less rigged than Raz's raffles. The spinning wheel of doom is what I call his raffles. I saw 3 interior walls, a fridge, and a bedroom closet. All those closed, just dragging on the signal. 3 milliseconds ain't bad. 50 to 60 megs ain't bad, but you know, depends on what your internet connection is. If you're in the same room with the router, what's your connection? Right? But in general, newer Wi-Fi is using 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz. The higher up the gigahertz, the less the signal can penetrate obstacles. So, depending on how old you are, depending on how old all of you are, if you remember the old days of 900 megahertz, or maybe even something before 900 megahertz, 900 megahertz wireless cordless phones with the old antenna that you extended, you know, like the 3-foot whip antenna. You could go like a half mile outside your house and still have a conversation with a dang 900 megahertz cordless phone. Nowadays, they sell cordless phones with little repeating stations. And you got to put like 3 or 4 little repeating stations in your house to have the same cordless phone call. Because the new ones are newer, better, and faster, but they suck. Because that's the way technology works. So the newer ones are using higher frequencies because the 900 megahertz frequency band is saturated. So the new ones are using higher megahertz frequencies like 2.4 gigahertz. Just doesn't penetrate walls. Worth a hoot. 5 gigahertz will penetrate walls much less than 2.5. And eventually you're going to basically need a extender or an access point in every room or nearly every other room, simply because your signal gets saturated or gets knocked down so fast because of obstacles. Eddie, we don't have a home phone either, but I remember back in the day we would have a cordless phone on the farm, and we could literally take that cordless phone, stick it in our pocket, go up in the machine shed, and have conversations in the machine shed, which was steel itself, without any issue. Mr. Dio, right now, Age of Empires is 50% off until the 28th or 29th. I think it's the 29th. It's also free to play this weekend on Steam. So download it on Steam, play the heck out of it this weekend for free. And if you decide you don't want it, that's fine. They'll just stop working on Monday. If you decide you do want it, it's 50% off. And you already downloaded it. That's what I'm going to do. Tuki says, you know what, if you've got Game Pass, it's FREE because it's included. But, right, the big thing with Game Pass is you can play it for as long as you have Game Pass. Right. "95% of the callers were one person." It is confirmed, FS Lumberjack. I put a community post up. Giants released a image of the completed roller coaster. It says Silver Run Forest roller coaster on it, for their blog post related to Gamescom. everybody, and welcome back to Bloomfield, Canada. We are in August, and we have harvest to do. And daggone it feels like every time we fire this map up as of late, we have some harvest to do. Well, it's because we have somehow managed to stagger everything out to the point that we have a harvest pretty much every month from now until probably December. As the live stream said last time, farmer's job is never done. A new day, a whole new set of tasks to do. And we're going to talk about the new 2022 model, New Holland Harvester. I've got an 8.90 New Holland Harvester. Just came in from the factory. We also swapped out our 25-foot header for a 28-foot header. Pairs well with this harvester. That's what we're about to go do. Bird, this the last thing I want to do on the phone is talk. It's such a burden. Oh, really? Farther? Oh, I haven't seen Farthest Frontier. The header works a lot better. No skipping with the header. We also added the Kubota passenger extension mod, so we can do things like this. Hey, who's driving? Oh, I should be driving. Kubota passenger extension mod is one that I'm going to do a new and noteworthy on tomorrow. It is from our great friend of the channel, GTX. He has incorporated the Kubota passenger script into lots of base game vehicles, the 3 Kubota tractors, and several giant mods. So basically, if a base game vehicle has a buddy seat, just like that one right there, then the passenger script will work. You can ride along with a hired helper, or you can ride along in multiplayer with someone else, or you can give it a little try, just like I showed you there. Now, we're not going to be able to show it off with this harvester, because this is a modded harvester, but it is going to be able to work with base game harvesters, to where you could basically hire a driver and then stand on the back of the harvester, stand on the side of the harvester. You must do all kinds of things. Here we are, people, the New Holland CX 8.90. The 2022 version with the black or dark interior and the yellow grain bin walls. This is a mod. It was released just the other day. It is located right here, the New Holland CX-8 series. $240,000. We can get the CX 8.70, the 8.80, or the 8.90. And we come down here to the 2021 and up model. It's going to give us a dark interior and the yellow walls here. We can go to the 2000 to 2020 model. This is going to give us a brighter interior and the dark walls on the grain bin. So we have the 2021 and up, and we're going to call it the 2022 model of the C.90. We have ourselves some Continental tires, but you could get it in crawler track variant. And that's what we're working with. Pretty sure that's available for all platforms. And this particular harvester has like a 12,500 capacity on the grain tank. So with this particular field, we're able to go all the way up and back without running into a full tank. You see we've already harvested some, but we're able to go all the way down and come all the way back and then empty into our trailer without too much hassle at all. Nancy, welcome to the stream. Now, is it, what time period is farthest frontier set in? Well, Mr. Dio, it's partially pairing up the harvester capacity with the header width, right? So we are using a 28-foot header here. This size harvester, with its pipe, you could probably do a, yeah, you can do a lot bigger header. You could probably do a 45-foot header with this. But with a 45-foot header, you probably would fill your tank in one pass, or less than one pass. And at that point, it's more difficult in basically keeping your harvester running. But with this field length, this header width, and that grain capacity size, we can go down in just under 50% and make a backup in just under 100%, which basically makes it up and down. We empty the grain bin, up and down, we empty the tank, we empty the trailer, and then up and down. It makes it a lot easier to work with. I've seen lots of videos of farmers out west, massive fields, have these little headers on these massive harvesters for that very fact, so that they can basically traverse their field in such a way that they can not overfill their grain bin. Yeah, there's a hitch under there. There's a hitch under there. There's a hitch right there. There was a versatile harvester came out today. I nearly got the versatile harvester because we are on Kubota. It had a very similar color. But I thought, you know what? Nah, I want to use this. I want to use this new Holland. I like this darker interior. So I haven't downloaded the Versatile, I just saw it listed today. Maybe we'll use that in on another series. Maybe we'll upgrade to that on back roads. to put a grain wagon behind it because the hitch is so far up from the back. I don't think you're going to have a wagon or trailer with a long enough hitch. Yeah, this one, I wish this one came with headers too, but we have a couple of New Holland headers in game. So your best bet would be to get a color selectable header and hope you can somewhat match the colors. I know I saw on their Discord that they had they were working on back roads and had it out for some testers. Gers, no maps have P's that I'm aware of. But then again, I'm not aware of every map that is out there, so there may be a map out there that does have P's. Out there on the interwebs. We're talking about farthest frontier. Let's do a quick Google search. On Steam, farthest frontier is in early access. It's $30. That's somehow connected with Grim Dawn because there's a Grim Dawn bundle. Release date was this month, early this month. Looks interesting. Here is the website for anybody that has no idea what we're talking about. Did Raz do a video on Farthest Frontier? Somebody did. I saw a stream or a video thumbnail in my recommended list where I think Farthest Frontier, I just hadn't watched it. This is one of our busiest weeks at work. We started, classes started back, so it is always a very busy period of work as the semester gets started. So I think there was 3 days this week I didn't have a chance to open YouTube, period, during work. Usually I can have it up and just have a video playing in the background, and it has background noise. Not today, not this week. I went and looked for Ostriv. I went and see if there was more updates, but I think it's a one-guy shop, and he's just really slow, which is fine. He's deliberate. That's right, Farmer G, that is right. There's no way to test on a console unless you have a dev kit. And, well, they don't hand those out to everybody. know, Mr. Dio, but I don't think I played it since like 2019 or something. It's been a couple years. Feels like it's been a couple years. Schultz is in the house. Welcome. Everybody like my 2022 brand new New Holland Harvester. It even has, check this out. It even has a light on the pipe. You gotta love a light on your pipe. Eddie, that is very much correct. I like the hydraulics only work when the engine's running too. Okay. I'm sure you definitely follow it more than me. I look like every year. I'm like, oh, I wonder how it's doing. I go look and it's like, oh, it's kind of, I think, the same place, general place where it was last time. 35 votes, 36 people watching. I know there's folks watching that have not voted because we had like 8 votes when we just started our stream. Vote in the poll. Are you excited for Silver Run Forest? Are you excited for the fact that we can build boats? We can now confirm build a roller coaster. Wonder what else we're going to be able to build. Can we ride the roller coaster? Oh my gosh. Let's hope so. Can we ride the roller coaster with the passenger script? Would that be awesome? I think it would be. I bet you someone will make the ability to do it. Then we could do a crossover between that and Sims. All our little virtual Sims could come ride roller coasters for a fee. We can charge them $5 a ride. That could be a new placeable. A ticket sales station at the roller coaster that earns you money per hour. Okay, I've totally patented that. Anyone does a mod on that, it was my idea. I need full credit on that. Thank you very much. I mean, you just hear the money coming in right now. There's another ticket sale. Chad voted. Welcome, Chad. How you doing, sir? And speaking of that, this video is brought to you by Jackson Weatherholt and Donald Smart. Thank you for being farm barons. That'd just be you, Schultz. That'd just be you. Anybody spend endless hours in Farm Sim, or is that just me? You just have it open, running your virtual. All right, Eddie, have a good day tomorrow. Pace yourself. Well, do we have any cool information on here? No, just our, I guess, engine speed in kilometers, or engine load percentage. Oh, that's a mod that I haven't used recently. It's a load percentage mod. Just release the mod and tell people don't, just take the straw trigger out. No straw equals no manure. It makes slurry just fine. Oh, when it's hunting season start. It's a little early for that, is it? Feels early for that. I mean, it's an outside pin anyway. How do you get poo out of an outside pin? Well, I guess maybe it's concrete. Is it concrete? Well, your fields are too big. I think Mr. Dio likes to play with big fields on big maps. I mean, I'm sure you've already compared it to base game animal pens that produce manure. Same trigger, same whatever, node points. Because you don't get manure at all until you put the manure extension down anyway. There was, what was that map today? Hickory Valley has two big fields, but I only think they're like 200 and some acres. One of them is cotton, And you have the little John Deere cotton harvester lined up, ready to go. You can only think how many bales that field would produce and how many lifetimes it would take for you to harvest it. We got one of our fields done. And we're gonna get started on that one. You might not like the fact that I've driven through my field a couple times. I mean, I got a bunch of straw still sitting over in that other field at the cow farm. I've got stuff askewed everywhere. It's not stored away in sheds. Like this baler that's clearly in the way. Mike, welcome. How's your day been? Oh, yeah. It's a T300 RS. You crank the force feedback all the way up, you'll rip it off your table, your desk. We don't have a dolly trailer on this save. No dolly, but I mean, we could always come over here and trigger him with everything just lying about askewed. Corn will be ready soon. We got all our bales lying over here still. Our potato field will be ready soon. And we're going to be using the Grimmy potato pack on that. Now on Farm Sim, I have the force feedback strength set to 70. I feel that gives a good strength amount. Makes it feel like makes it just feel like power steering. Ray, you do indeed. You do indeed. Let me go pull something up. So here we have the completed roller coaster. Wait, let's discuss this. Because you're getting ready to go down the So, Silver Run roller coaster, right? You see it completed here. We've got the water. All right. Now, let's go. Check something out real fast. And I think the easiest thing to do is just going to go here, here, and here, and up, stop. We're not playing YouTube audio on YouTube stream. That's not what we're doing. I don't know why this butthole has an ad on its silly video. Okay. So then this is from my Silver Run roundup video from FarmCon. This is looking at the Silver Run trailer from FarmCon. Okay, this is the trailer that Giants showed at FarmCon. And right here, we have the Silver Run sign on the ground. Right, there's part of the roller coaster. So it's in disrepair. And then, of course, we have building the boat. There's more of the not fully built roller coaster E, right? So that's obviously roller coaster, just not complete. So clearly we're building something, right? We're building a roller coaster. And then, of course, we have water puddle droplets. Lee, what is up? Possibly metal, right? We do have metal smelting. We do have the ability to make metal. I don't know more than what the boat has to do with Silver Run Forest, right? Well, we build boats because we're basically a reason to do forestry missions, if you will. Kind of SnowRunner-esque, but not really SnowRunner, right? well, if you go and watch, so I would highly suggest, because of course it's my video, right? And I would of course suggest watching my video because, well, it's just my video, and everybody should watch my video. But I go through, it's a 40-some minute video, this is. But we break down the trailer, the Silver Run Forest trailer. We also talk about the demo gameplay that Giants did during FarmCon of the Silver Run trailer, and talk about and kind of think about the things that they said during the trailer. There was a segment where they dropped off something at the boat fabrication, and we get a screen grab of what is required to build the boat as far as the inputs. I don't know if fabric was part of those, but I'm pretty sure metal beams were part of those. So they're just, it's adding more production. So a new production concept. Just like there is now the ability to, there isn't mining, but there is ore. There's iron ore. So you don't mine for the ore. There is an ore mine that you go to and you get your ore from, but you don't actually mine. It's a new production workflow. Oh yeah, Chad, we spent a lot of time in breaking down a lot of the stuff that was talked about at FarmCon. We've got a pumps and hoses video from FarmCon. We had a Vermeer video from FarmCon, and then we've got the Silver Run Forest video of FarmCon. Wood beams, planks, floor tiles, and metal. That's what's required to build a boat. Then it shows the boat building animation, and then you launch the boat that we saw from the trailer into the water. I took field 35 and I split it in half. This is a bigger field. If you're playing this map, and I ran and put a road down the middle of it that lines up with a road that's right here. And I made it two chunks. A little bit easier to digest that field. But you see this field's ready to harvest. And then we've got these fields that are in a earlier growth stage. Our potato field's ready to harvest. This is in an earlier growth stage. Then we've got our corn and our canola in another growth stage. We've got our corn here in a growth stage, and then we have our oats here. So we're going to be harvesting probably just about every month between now and the end of the year. Ray, I don't know about that. I think there's an animation of the boat being launched, going into the water, and then my guess is it becomes a spline. Then my guess is the boat rides around on a spline, kind of the same spline that a train rides around on, or AI traffic or pedestrians walk around on. There was talk during the presentation about the ability to send logs down the river floating logs down the river, in essence. I think there's going to be an animation of a log going in. Then I think at that point it becomes an animation of a log floating down the river on a predefined spline path. And then once you put a log in the spline, it then has an animation of going somewhere at the end. But yeah, 47 votes, 79% of you are excited. 21% are not so impressed. I might need a bigger trailer. I think I kind of wrote, but that's probably just an animation. We did see a dog swimming. Apparently that was exciting. Saw a dog laying down with cows. The Platinum trailer that was released this week was a bit more well-rounded. It was really not so much a trailer about the Platinum expansion, but the Platinum Edition, which will include the expansion and the base game. Liters. Ryan, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, sir. Well, maybe they're doing a bit more with the dogs animations. I don't know. I think the dog's a little useless in my opinion, but hey. Scooter wants the dog to just tag along like a lost puppy. Maybe it is. Maybe it is a lost puppy. Maybe you need to find its owner. Has everybody seen the Platinum trailer?
Rated E for everyone.
I can show it. So here is the trailer that they showed today, or this week. There we got the dog swimming. We got a guy sitting in a boat. There we got a Kubota weeding. There we're planting with a quad track. Spread in line with a green thing. There's our dog sitting at the edge of the field, chasing after us in her Volvo semi. It comes with a platinum expansion. We're doing our beat there. He's laying with the cows. Someone should step on the dog. He wants to eat some chickens. We're mowing. We got our Premier baler. Hauling more logs. It almost looked like it was raining there, and they're harvesting. Now we're over on the expansion map doing our forestry with another green thing. More forestry. Still that dog. Now it's winter time. We're doing forestry with a different piece of machinery. On a steep slope. We're going to use our cable run to drag our logs up the slope. There's a new train with the new pallet trailer. We're loading our logs on the train with our new big Volvo loader. We send the train off to sell. And that's it. That's where we make our boat. We'll see. Screws workbench. We'll see. Right? Maybe the dog was just there as a point of focus. We saw the game from the perspective of the dog. Alfredo Farms, welcome. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. We just had a storm come through here about, I don't know, hour and a half ago. Oh, you got a premium bonus for selling on the train in 15. Tell you what, the wife got caught out at it. She likes to sit outside now, and she looked at the radar. The radar was clear. Next thing you know, it's downpour and hail. So we've got pumps and hoses before platinum. Oh, like it's not that hard to earn money anyway in the game. I mean, come on. It's not like City Skylines, which is a super slow start. Everything costs so much money, and it takes forever to get your taxes and your income rolling it in, but once you start getting it rolled in, you're good to go. Oh, that sounds tasty. One day at work, we went and had lunch at the cafeteria. They had this most fabulous, awesome brisket. It was just amazing. And we're all like, they ordered the wrong thing. Clearly, they ordered the top shelf brisket from the food supplier, and it was clearly the wrong thing because this was so far out of their league. Oh. Well, the Platinum Edition, well, I mean, it's going to include the base game. It's going to include the Platinum expansion. And it, I don't know, it may be, they showed Vermeer, they showed Kubota, so it might include the other 3 DLC also. Pretty sure in the past Platinum expansion it was just the game and the actual expansion, but the trailer showed a Vermeer baler, and I'm pretty sure it showed a Kubota tractor doing the weeding. So when we do get around to doing our potatoes, using the Grimmy pack to harvest our potatoes, we're going to use this to put our potatoes in a windrow. We're going to use this to collect our potatoes off the ground. We have to put a little canopy over our workers' heads. Use this awesome conveyor belt. Use this awesome sorter box thing. $10,000 for a little bit of silage per bucket load, huh? Yeah, I was so excited to see the potato pack come back. And near perfect timing with respect to our potato harvest here. Well, that sounds like not a birthday surprise, but a birthday curse. That's what it sounds like to me, a birthday curse. We're making our way. Making our way. I don't think he was surprised. I think he was something else. I would be something else. I would be moving to a new save is what I'd be doing. Let's go ahead and close out our poll. We're nearly an hour into it. 56 votes. 3/4 of you say that you are excited about the Platinum expansion for Farming Simulator 22. Working words, huh? Is that what they call them now? Rich K, welcome. Welcome to the party. Up here at the sheep farm. We've got soybeans to harvest up here when they are ready. But in September, we're hopefully going to be diving into our potatoes in September. David, good morning, sir. How is your Saturday? How has your Saturday been? I want to know who's done potatoes on field 22 of Bloomfield, Canada. Oh, Rich is rocking the modern GPU now. How is that upgrade working for you? It's quite the jump. Bet you it looks a lot better. Well, if you're happy with your purchase, sounds like you probably are. Mr. Dio, that's why you save your potatoes for replanting next year. You save some. Just put it on very high. Just go with it. That's what you can do with a better graphics card. You don't have to toy with the settings. You just say, make it, I pick pretty. Make it pretty for me. Buddha, welcome. How's it going? Up, turn it on. Turn it on, turn it on, turn it on. There we go. $2 million liters of grass. That's gonna take a while. Yeah, ATS can look really nice once you turn it up. Well, you know. There's the mod that lets you use sugar beet harvesters for potatoes. In fact, we've got that installed. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's not this. It's the script. The ski ripped. It's a ski ripped. So we can go here into Beat Tech. And look, we got a 4-meter potato header. Oh yeah, you don't get lag as it loads in textures or other assets. Well, I mean, you must get millions upon millions upon millions of liters of beets off a 350 hectare field, let alone potatoes. So I think next week and this weekend we'll be running back roads. I think we did a lot of Bloomfield this week. Jump over to back roads tomorrow and next week. Maybe we'll try to do that alternate weeks and alternate maps. $1.5 million 100-pound bags. That is a lot of taters. Did you bag them all? How did you get rid of them? I mean, at that point, you gotta have a facility that bags them. There's no way you're making your own. There's no way you're bagging your own potatoes. This is a heck of a return, yeah. We probably have 1, 2, 1. We probably have maybe 3 more passes, 3.5 more passes on here. Oh. Five to 6 months just washing potatoes. Potatoes are a full-time job at that point. £71,000 a week. Not overloaded at all, right? Not overloaded at all. That's legit. Let's check. Did it? Oh, it did. Nice. Oh, this building was awesome. It had those half dome things for venting. This is the potato warehouse, part of the Grimmy pack. Just like the Grimmy pack from 19. We're going to be doing a video on that tomorrow. Although technically I could just... Technically, if I could just repost my 19 video as 22. 105,000 pounds. $52 tons. But between the building and then your... So we've got a weeder. Custom weeder for potatoes. Another custom weeder for potatoes. An even bigger weeder for potatoes, 6-meter weeder. Then we have a small planter, 1.5-meter planter for 60 horsepower machinery. A little bit bigger planter, but still for smaller machinery, 60 horsepower. And then we have these small trailed diggers that dig the potatoes up out of the ground and plant them down as windrows. We have 1, 2, 3 variants of that. We're going to be using this bigger one on this map. Then we have the potato pallet creator. Loads potatoes in and makes 1,750 liter pallets. This will pick up the potato windrows and allow you to then unload them into a trailer. We have the pallets themselves, the boxes themselves. We have a conveyor belt for tipping a trailer into to then put it onto this or anything else. This is super cool. You can drive it. It's a drivable conveyor belt. But it doesn't pick up things other than potatoes, if I remember right. Then we have some custom trailers designed for potatoes with movable belts. Belt 4. I like that pack in 19 because it kind of brought potatoes to the economic viability for smaller farming. We're gonna have a ton of sorghum by the time we are done here. We gotta be careful not to take the corner of the house out. I don't think we can blindly back up. Well, that's because the base game, the Myriad, the base game has the BGA auto selling methane every hour. So that's the base game mechanics, is that your electric energy and your methane auto sell every hour. Now, there are maps like La Coronella that have methane that you can transport. Western Wilds, you can transport methane, but that is a modded production, BGA production facility. La Cornella, you can haul it either in bulk or with the other VGA, it makes little methane bottles. Oh, David is harvesting the exact same field, field 35. I split it. I split the field in half. Not really half. I split it in two. It's in, yeah, it's between. It's between half and less. Oh, David combined 31, 32, and 33. Ah. We made 28, 31 grass. We don't own 32 or 33. Genesis, no, it is the Critters mod available for PC players. At night, we're gonna have lightning bugs, fireflies come out. So close to being done, and then we can move into tomorrow and get started on our potatoes. Our harvester's been fabulous. Our new 2022 version of the 8.90. I have absolutely no idea how viable pumps and hoses will be for 4X. I mean, it's a whole lot of hoses. It's a whole lot of hose. But again, you can have a 4X map without massive fields. So we'll just have to get it and try it out, see how it works. I like 4X maps for the sake of how long it takes to drive from one point to the next. You feel that you have a sense of space, that the world is big. What I don't like on 4X maps is when the fields are just massive. Right? Like if we have a 4X map where there is 50 fields, right? So if we took this map and made it 4X and simply 4 times everything, it would still be it wouldn't feel right, in my opinion. Everything would just be 4 times bigger. Fields would be. What I like when I see a 4X map is to take these types of fields and then have 4 times as many fields. But some folks that do 4X maps don't want to do 200 fields. Right? That's a whole lot of work. It's easier to take a small number of fields and just make them big. Mr. Dio got a sense of lady logic. So, you know, overall, I mean, having to haul slurry around on a 4X map, that's definitely a multiplayer job. Given how fast you go through slurry. Having to haul around a whole bunch of hose on a normal size field. Well, if it's 4 times as large, it's just 4 times as much hose. Do you end up having a bunch of lag as a result of having so much hose being drug around? Right, that would be a good question. Somebody shush that cricket up. Well, they did kind of demonstrate, maybe on purpose, maybe by accident, that the hoses don't have collisions. You can't really knot them up. You can drive over them with your injector, and well, there's no issue with that. You kind of just drive through them. Well, I think I saw a mod that there's a mod now to have exhaust smoke in ATS. I'm surprised our resident ATS mod junkies haven't suggested it for Convoy. Yeah, 17 hoses were a bit of a finicky bunch. I wonder if this works. Probably not, but we'll try. Tried to auto load, it didn't work. Oh, it did work. Holy bejesus, when did that happen? Can auto load with my Kubota? Awesome. want to. Shush it. Are you just gonna do that constantly? That annoy me. Oh. Ha 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 ha! There we go. Ta-da! Who knew you could auto-load with the Kubota? I didn't. Now we know. The more you know, NBC. Another reason why Universal Autoload script is the superior autoload script. That's right, Burgess, those shells, they just take up too much room. Loki's got some splaining to do. If you're looking to win a copy of Pumps and Hoses, since we've been talking about it, right there's a gleam.io link. We are giving away a copy of Pumps and Hoses every Tuesday between now and September 27th, which is when Pumps and Hoses is released. Click the link, follow directions, and enter for a chance to win Pumps and Hoses on me. Universal Autoload has been around for multiple iterations of Farm Sim for sure, but not in its same iteration. Well, Bert, it's because the server is console friendly and Universal Autoload is a script, so it is PC only. The console equivalent of autoload is what I call autofill, because it's really not loading, it's filling a fill type from pallet to container, and then you are creating a pallet when you unload, whereas autoload is actually moving the physical pallet from the ground to the trailer bed, then from the trailer bed back to the ground. For ATS mods, the Steam Workshop. is just about as good a mod site you're going to get. Or if you're talking about a site with respect to information on how to make mods. I mean, you can get mods from other places. You can get mods off of the SCS ATS forums. You can get mods off of your general mod sites where farm sim mods are also stored. You can get mods off of Facebook and add them in manually. But the benefit of Steam Workshop is mod revision control is automatic. So if a mod is updated on the Steam Workshop, Steam will download that mod automatically when it's updated and keep you up to date with it. Whereas if you go out to, you know, atsmodsite.com and get mods from there, your mods are not going to be updated until you go find the update, and good luck finding an update because none of those mod sites are version aware. So I would say the Steam Workshop is the first place to look for all mods for ATS. If it's worth having, it's probably on the Workshop. Now, ATS has paid mods. I'm not endorsing the use of paid mods. Some people don't have a problem with paying someone to do a mod. Other people are staunch against it. We got people that play Convoy Night that use paid mods in their own gameplay. That's fine, right? I mean, you can just Google it. It might be out there. It might not be. It might be a private mod. It might be a paid mod. The Myriad Expedition Discord. We have multiple multiplayer servers, if that's what you're asking about. Here we go, last pass. Explanation Discord, let's type Explanation Discord. Somebody type Explanation Discord in chat. Put up a Discord link. There you go. There it is again. It's wonderful chat delays. Well, your inability to put soybeans in the ground at the same time do moderator functions here is not a poor reflection upon me. That's for sure. he was on a trip of doing contract maps. I didn't know McLeod, the servers were down. I think Giants just had some issues with the matchmaking servers from time to time, but I wasn't aware that there was a problem right now. When in doubt, if you're not seeing a server in the list, have whoever is managing that server bump it. Restart it. It'll show back up in the list. We're done. Just in time to grab the M6, go down and get our potato digger. Get digging some taters. It's hard to say why someone's server might not be showing up. It's got a phone out to the Giants matchmaking servers, and after it phones home to the matchmaking servers, it would be available in the list. Obviously, the version of the server needs to match the version of the client that is trying to connect. So we are now running 1.7. So if someone that's not running 1.7 tries to connect, or if the server has not been updated to 1.7 and you are, then you won't see, let's say, a 1.6 server if you're not running 1.6. But it could be that they didn't open ports on their firewall. It may be that there's something else blocking their network communication. If they can't join your games, again, it might be a deal of version mismatch. It might be a deal of mod mismatch. If he's not seeing the game actual list, the server actual listed, then maybe the search parameters are not quite correct. I typically tell people to leave everything just set to all on the search, and then just type in the first few letters of the server name, and that'll narrow down the search. Like, for example, for people connecting to my servers, I typically say just type FK in the server name list and leave everything else to any and all. And then if they have an issue with their matchmaking service, then typically the servers need to be restarted to re-register with the matchmaking service. Take this road. Comes out here right by the dairy. I think these roads through the trees are one of the things that makes this map so desirable to play. At least for me. Chris wants to buy an Ursus tractor. He's gonna be searching the Facebook marketplace for Ursus tractors. You might have to import one. You might have to go to the Polish tractor importers. That's what we do here, McLeod. That's what we do. I don't need to know everything because, well, there's probably someone in the chat that has experienced it. So there's a way to hit details when you are selected on the server. Select the server, then there should be a details button. I don't know what the details button is. And that will list all of the mods and basically tell you if it's, you know, if you need to get it updated from Giants or not. But they either updated a mod that the server hasn't, or you've updated a mod that they haven't. Because you've got to have the exact same mod on the server and on the client. Taking a back road down here. This is going to dump us out right by the cow farm. Then we'll be able to shoot down and get our potato digger. And then we're going to fast forward when we get over the pig farm. We grab the M6 because it has narrows and we won't damage our potatoes as we are digging them up. Hey look, there's our field that we sprayed at the start of the stream. An adventurous person would try to get a contract on that field. We're not adventurous today. We have our own work to do. We got taters we gotta do. It's a little field of taters. It's field 1. We gotta do field 1 of taters in the upper left corner. Digger. Oh no, get out of my way. Why are you crooked? Why are you driving crooked? I think this needs to go back to service. It's tracking crooked. That is definitely crooked. Jimmy, welcome. Welcome. We're trying to give GoldenEye a little PTSD. Post-potato. Post-tater digging syndrome. PTDS. That's what it is. Post-PTDS. Post-tater digging syndrome. If I could only spell. I mean, I want somebody to do potatoes on field 22. Right? I mean, it's only right there. It's only the biggest field on the map. Just imagine that being a giant tater field. Oh, I agree, David. I was outside mowing the grass last week. And I was hearing all these noises, and I'm thinking, wow, it's just like Farm Sim. Right? First minute I added them, I'm like, oh yeah, this feels better. Cotton in field 20. Well, cotton's big money. Field 22 is a big field. I think that NPC is smart. Oh, sugarcane's a once and done thing. I did sugarcane for the tutorial and I'm done. Thank you. Done. Oh, I'm glad we had a nice overnight rain. Get a nice muddy field of taters. Oh, we had a little lightning bugs. Are they ready? Remove foliage. Corn's still growing. So we unfold it and lower it down. And turn it on. Oh, you. Quit being silly. There, it's not raining anymore. Richard, that's not too much of a surprise. And then there we go. I'm gonna switch to another one because this one still seems to be tracking sideways. I'm not a big fan of that one tracking sideways. Oh, would someone please deliver to me a potato digger? Left swath dropping? No. I just want to do the center drop. Oh, it's rolling down the hill! We gotta go grab it. Before it rolls into my field. There we go. I think, Richard, they are, I think they're the same brand anyway. I think ultimately they're the same parent company. I might be wrong. It wouldn't surprise me if I'm wrong. There we go. There, I feel this one's working better. Digging up potatoes. Going to town. Hire a helper. Let's go find something else. No. Guess we'll use this. We take this over there anyway. Oh, there's a hawk. is part of the Grimmy Potato Pack that got released today. Richard? Yeah, Grimmy Potato Pack is back from FS19. This time it's free. In FS19 it was paid. I don't know, Golden Eye. I think they're rather rare. Indeed, a shout out to Pepe. Why the harvester stopped harvesting, but anyway. Oh, look at that. Just spawns right in front of you. Just before we go for the night, I wanted to demonstrate this for any fine people that never saw it in 19. So this looks a lot like the trailed potato harvester. But it's not the trail potato harvester. It's a potato collector. So we collect windrows of potatoes. Animations. We'll pipe out. And that way fill our potatoes up. And it is available for all platforms. So it just introduces a low cost option, low horsepower option for potato harvesting, because right here, base game, we need 150 horsepower to plant potatoes, 170 horsepower to plant potatoes, 200 horsepower to dig them up out of the ground. Part of the Grimmy Pack, a 60 horsepower seeder or planter, 60 horsepower planter, 68 horsepower diggers, 150 horsepower digger. This is the one that tracks crooked. And then this is 90 horsepower, the collector. And then it includes this massive building, the potato hall. Right, this thing is huge. And inside, it's kind of hard to see. Inside, there's a concrete floor. And there is these 4 vents, and you can, there's controls, at least there was in 19. Trying to get to I can clip through. There's those little half round things that basically form tunnels so airflow can get up there and air through your taters. And then you have included also belts. So we've already looked at those. This is a potato sorter. You dump potatoes on the top, and then you get a coat, a big crate of potatoes on either side. So it's like a way of boxing potatoes. Here's your potato box, 1,750 liters. This, you can dump trailer into this, and then this conveyor can go up to here. Okay. This is a really cool self-propelled, not self-propelled, a drivable. See, you sit in it. You drive the conveyor belt and pick up your potatoes from here. And then this is a belt that extends, and basically you can dig your potatoes up or pick your potatoes up off the ground in that big warehouse. And then you have these 2 large trailers designed for transporting potatoes. They're slanted. Then the floor moves. The conveyor moves to unload the potatoes. Really cool pack in 19, now available in 22. Of course, it will require a bit more work because it's smaller stuff. But, you know, this field isn't too terrible bad. So guys, that's going to do me for the night. I've got to go. I want to record a map video yet tonight before I hit the sack for Hickory Valley. So keep an eye out in the channel for that to make its way here yet tonight. We're going to be doing a new and noteworthy video on both the Kubota passenger extension and the Grimmy pack tomorrow. So keep an eye out on those. Keep an eye out for that, I should say, in the channel tomorrow also. And then if all goes well, we'll be back live streaming tomorrow night. Well, guess what? Digging up taters. And let's see, do we have anything else ready to harvest? Taters are ready. Everything else has moved to stage. We'll have corn ready in October. We got a field of corn there ready. We got a field of corn there ready. They'll be ready in October. Our canola shouldn't be ready in October. Well, I guess it will be. Our canola should be ready for October also. We're gonna have a busy October. Oh, no problem. No problem, Semper Buffo. I think it's a really cool pack. I liked it in 19. I was super stoked to see it show up in the mod list today, because I knew that I had this potato harvest creeping up on us. And it's just my style. Until next time, happy farming.